Hey everybody, it's been a very long time since I've gotten on here, and I just wanted to say I am so grateful for YouTube. I'm so grateful for some of the friends that I've made on here in the past couple of years, and I wanted to give you all an update as to what's been going on with me personally and where I want to take this channel going forward. So back in around 2020, late 2020 or early 2020 into 2021, I was making a lot of videos to help folks who were dealing with narcissistic abuse. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the people that were in that community. And what I realized was that no matter what, I still needed to do the healing and the work internally. And I think that back in early 2020, when I was dealing with a breakup and I was dealing with new family dynamics, I was really in a tumultuous headspace. I absorbed a lot of information from the narc abuse survival videos that I watched, and the creators. Some of those creators are no longer with us. That's how long it's been. And frankly, that did help me. And I was able to share a lot of my story, and I was able to help a lot of people as well. But what I realized was I was still attracting individuals who I could not and did not see a future with, while also spinning the drain with past relationships that I knew were not good for me, yet I was hoping and praying that things would change. So back in 2021, at the middle of it, I stopped making videos, and by the end of 2021, I said, all right, if I am constantly attracting certain people to me or certain types of people to me, that means that the ones that I want to be attracted to me don't see me as a viable candidate. So I had to stop and do the work. And I stopped for about 6 to 9 months dating or anything like that. In that time, my children moved back in with me because they were living with me for a few months back in 2019, but they moved back in to my residence. And so now, by the end of 2021, I was a single father of 4 children. And that was jarring in and of itself. And then business kind of was tanking a little bit. I did a project for a company, and they basically finagled me out of tens of thousands of dollars because I didn't properly read the contract. And I found myself working during the day and then jumping in my car in the evening and doing DoorDash and Uber Eats and Ship It and all these things for about 2 months, 2 to 3 months during the winter of 21 into 22. And that's how me and the children were able to survive, right? Between me working my full-time gig and then also doing Uber Eats and everything. And then finally my business picked back up. I got some new contracts. I work with some amazing people now. And that issue, suffice to say, was closed up. Of course, in the future, I ran into companies that tried to do that again. One company did that, or attempted to. And then once I gave them a nice, polite letter saying, I have a nice, angry lawyer waiting for you, they sent me a check. I'm like, here you go, paid in full to the penny, well within the 30-day limit. So that's all good. So I've just been focusing on my children. I've been focusing on building myself up. Around mid 2022, that's when I met my current girlfriend and partner. She's been in my life, and we have done the whole blended family thing. And we're now going into our 3rd year of that, which has its own challenges, but I can safely say I'm grateful for the experiences. I'm learning a lot from that situation as well. The reason why I left the narc abuse and just stopped making content around that was because I had realized that a lot of people were using the narc abuse survivor community as a way to self-soothe and as a way to explain away why their relationships failed or why the people that they're with suddenly stopped being with them. And I realized that you can't label everybody a narcissist just because they dumped you and moved on with somebody else fairly quickly. That was like the theme that I saw. And one of the eye-opening moments occurred back in 2021 in which I had become friends with a bunch of creators. And one of the creators, he and I would hang out occasionally. And then he got in a relationship, and that relationship tanked within a few months. And then it went into a whole, oh, this person is this person is that. And this was somebody who he had pretty much talked up about a lot in their videos. And then when it just disbanded, all of a sudden, yeah, this person was definitely a narcissist. That led me to stop and think and say, you know what? I think this is unnecessary. And lo and behold, come to find out, talked to the community, found out other people had interactions with him that were less than low kosher. And that was it. And that was the eye-opening moment to me where I said, you know what? I think I need to take a step back from all of this and really evaluate. So I took a step back and I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about things like Red Pill and things about self-improvement and all that. And I can finally say that I'm at that phase now where I am focused on making me the best version of me. Like, I'm no longer spending time waiting and worrying and pondering about the issues that other people are doing. Like, are they narcissists? Are they not? It doesn't matter. At this point in time, we all are. We're on the spectrum, right? A lot of us have really selfish tendencies. A lot of us do use people. A lot of us do quickly move on from relationships, or we're dealing with avoidant attachment issues, or we're dealing with codependency, or a lot of us are dealing with trauma that has not been healed. But I have taken a step back from labeling everybody a narcissist. I was even labeled a narcissist when I broke up with a girl who, great gal and everything, but I could see that we didn't have a future. And when I broke up with her, she's like, you know what you are, you're a narcissist. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, thanks. Yeah, all right, bye, blocked. Like, what do you want me to do? So when I've been thinking about this channel, I realized that there are still people hurting, there's still people who need help, and there's still people who would benefit from seeing what a usual run-of-the-mill average Joe is just doing to get by. Now, I work in tech. Tech is currently a bloodbath due to AI and offshoring and all these companies trying to make cuts. So I don't know if I'm going to stay in this career like another, I would say maybe 5-10 years max before I look to pivot somewhere else. I may be pivoting sooner than that. I really don't know. A lot of my friends who are programmers and coders and all that, and they're like, oh, bro, just learn to code. Now they've coded themselves out of a job. Thankfully, that has not reached me yet, and I'm so glad and I'm so grateful for that. But I am not unaware of the lion at the door or the wolf at the door of my house trying to blow me down. Whereas others may have been a little more smug and like, yeah, no, this can't happen. I'm irreplaceable. Boom. Next thing you know, you got things like Copilot and Gemini and all that. So right now, I'm trying to figure myself out. I'm going to be turning 40 this year. And I've spent most of my late 20s into my 30s just building my family and doing my consulting and working and all, but not actively thinking about like, hey, in 20 years, you'll be close to retirement age. Your kids are also getting older. What are you doing to provide for them in a way in which they have a safe landing pad if things don't work out? Stuff like that. Now I'm in that mode like, oh, wow, I am at that age where I need to start thinking about these things. So I would like to bring you along with that journey. Right now, what I'm working on is a couple of things. I am reinvesting back into my hobbies. I'm taking my physical fitness seriously. I've hired a trainer. I pay this trainer about, a good amount of money. We're meeting 3 to 4 times a week. And in addition to changing the way I eat, what I eat, etc., what my mindset is, how much sleep I'm getting, how much water I'm drinking. Am I 100% all the time? Absolutely not. I think I'm moving at 50 to 75% of my potential in that area. So my hope is that come Memorial Day weekend of 2025, I can actually get into the pool at my house and not have to wear a wife beater, right? Because that's just embarrassing. You got flub all over and you're like, man, I gotta hide this, right? I've also enrolled in classes in music production. I've always been into EDM for now a quarter of a century. And I've tried to make it about 20 years ago, but I royally sucked. And I still suck, but I'd rather actually learn it and actually enjoy it because that's kind of a lifetime thing. Once you understand music production and you understand how things go together, then you're set for life, right? You can go anywhere. The problem is, of course, a lot of artists are coming out and they're just throwing together some things like with AI and chords and samples and, it's just spitting it out saying, hey, look, I produced a tune. But I'm not there. I kind of want to learn how to play an instrument like the piano. Kind of want to know how to read music. I do DJ sets. I make DJ sets right now. I've recorded a few of them. They're not like primo, but I'm getting into that habit. And I'm just learning how to really show my potential. My daughter says, hey, Dad, you're going through a midlife crisis. It may very well be a midlife crisis. I mean, people only live nowadays up to like 75, 80 years old. So my age, yes, I am considered right there in the midway point. So I'm taking comfort and solace in the fact that it's no longer about what am I meant to be, it's about what am I meant to be next. So hopefully you guys would like to stick along for the journey. I've got some thoughts and opinions about some current events that I would like to share as well, but probably not in this video. It's just to tell you I'm doing great, and I'm still a work in progress, but I'm working nonetheless. Anyway, you'll have a great day.